2025 was a great year for us. We met every one of our targets that we set out. Really, the efforts of the 26,000 teammates that we have here delivered above the midpoint on our earnings. We announced 2 transactions that are really going to strengthen our balance sheet for the growth that we have ahead of us. And we started construction on 5 gigawatts of new generation that's going to power the amazing growth that we're seeing across our territories. And we're really focused on making sure that we do all these things while maintaining affordability and low cost to our customers. We are all our jurisdictions are below the national average in cost, and we continue to look for different tools on how we can manage those costs using tax credits, our continuous improvement culture, AI to lower costs to the customers. So really a great year in 2025. And as you mentioned, 2026 started off with cold weather. We haven't seen this kind of cold weather for this long in a long time, but the grid held up great. Our employees were prepared for the ice storm that we had. We had 200,000 customers lose power, and we restored power to over 95% of them within 24 hours. Just a testament to our employees, but also to the grid hardening that we've done and the strength of our system. 26 is shaping up to be a great year, and we look forward to continuing our great work.
I got to say, it is very cold, and my boiler went out on Saturday night, Harry. So, we're burning fires and got space heaters everywhere. How does the grid look to you? I know you say it held up well, but what improvements need to be made? What do you think this country needs to invest in its electrical grid to keep up?
Yeah, we're seeing 2 things. We're seeing weather be a lot more powerful and more frequent in storms. We had Hurricane Helene a couple of years ago, which was just devastating to our service territory. And we've been at grid hardening for several years, replacing wooden poles with concrete and steel poles that make it more hardy. Looking at technology, I call it GPS for the grid, self-optimizing technology that reroutes power automatically, that cuts down on the outages. Just last year, we saved 5.2 million outages from that technology, and we're expanding that across our system. So we're focused on making the grid hardened and reliable to handle those situations, but also expanding it for the tremendous growth that we're seeing with AI demand and population migration to the south in our territories. We've added almost 200,000 customers for 3 years running, which is just amazing, as well as businesses coming into the Carolinas and Florida. North Carolina was just recently named again for the 3rd time in 4 years the #1 place to do business. We're seeing a lot of businesses come here. And then just last year, we announced 4.5 gigawatts of data centers, contracts that will provide 4.5 gigawatts of power on our grid, provide value to the communities they're bringing. And those folks were contracted to not affect the general population.
Hey, Harry, can you get into that? How are you making sure, because this is the hot button issue with AI data centers, right? That affordability is a problem. People are upset with energy bills going on. How are these agreements structured, so everyday people aren't paying the cost of bringing these on the grid?
Yeah. Affordability is very important to us. It's always been important to us, and we've always worked to keep costs low. When we talk to these large load customers, we want to make sure they're paying their fair share. We have contract terms for minimum take payments that cover the investments that we're making for them. And in fact, every gigawatt that we sign up contractually will actually lower the cost to the customers over time, over that 15 to 20-year contract, by almost $800 million. So they are paying their share, and also by spreading their costs over our fixed assets are reducing the cost to the customers over time.
By the way, this is also affordability, very important to the Trump administration. They've made clear in the past couple of months. How have your talks with the administration gone? What do you want from them, and what do they want from you?
Yeah, affordability and reliability and speed to power are shared goals that we have with the administration. We've had many discussions with them. The one big beautiful tax bill with our nuclear tax credits that we earn on our low cost, reliable nuclear units are providing $500 million a year in savings to our customers in the Carolinas. So continuing to work with the administration on tax credits and permitting reform that helps us lower cost as we're building this generation to serve this tremendous load that we're seeing.
Is there anything they specifically asked of you, of Duke Energy, Harry?
They always want us to go faster to make sure that we're developing the power that we need to keep the reliability. and doing it affordably, which is very aligned with what we do every day.
Have you considered new coal investments, Harry? I know that the administration is happy to keep coal plants running. Have you considered adding any capacity there?
We've always had an all-of-the-above strategy, and our coal assets are very valuable. They proved to be extremely valuable in this cold weather that we just had. We continue to maintain those to maintain reliability and affordability as we develop new technologies and build new facilities.
Speaking of all the new building, Harry, you disclosed in a presentation today that you have new power contracts with Microsoft and Compass for data centers in North Carolina. Any color you can give us on those?
Yeah, that's part of the 4.5 gigawatts that we signed up last year as they expand and build. Those are all under construction here in North Carolina. It's very good for the communities that they serve. It's very good, like I said earlier, that they're covering their costs and will eventually, over time, reduce the costs to the rest of the customers. So we're really excited about the opportunities, and we have a lot more in the hopper as well.